Hey team, Coach Stephanie here with your cool down of the week. We've got your 5 stretches to go through. This flow will be helpful with a box. If you don't have a box, you can get a bench, or we can just I'll show you a different hamstring stretch in the same family if you don't have that tool, if you're at home or something. So we're gonna start with pigeon. So coming to the hands and knees, we'll bring our right knee towards our right wrist, and then that back leg is just gonna scoot back until you find your position. Now, if your hip is really high off the floor, you can roll to the outer edge of the hip and then start to bow from there. Or if you find that you have the space, you can come down to the floor. We're just going to spend some time here, kind of stretching out the hip, breathing, and just trying to relax any place that feels extra tense. Just a couple more breaths, just a couple more moments here. Try to get a little bit deeper if you can, maybe letting that torso fall forward towards the ground. Cool. All right, let's come onto the hands. And then we'll just kind of slowly go back to down, hands and knees. Give those hips a little wiggle, just make sure that hip feels loose. And then we'll go to the second side. So left knee towards the left wrist. And then we're gonna scoot that back leg back. We can stay here. We can come down to the forearms. We can also roll to the outer edge of the left hip if that hip is really high off the floor. And we'll just kind of find the softness. So relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Just a couple more moments. A little bit deeper in the stretch if you can. Good. All right. Let's come back to the hands and knees. Give it a little wiggle. Good. And then we're going to come over to the box here. So we're going to be doing this hamstring stretch on the box. And we'll start with the right side. So if you are using the box, we're going to go just heel on the box, toe up towards the ceiling, square the hips, and then we can reach forward. If you don't have a box, the position is very similar, except now we're in kind of like a pyramid position with the feet, same thing, hips square, reaching down. Okay, so whichever version you're on, we're just going to try to kind of reach the chest forward towards the toes. That'll kind of flatten the back out a little bit, get more length in those hamstrings as you stretch. Cool, let's go ahead and release that. And then the other side, we'll go heel on the box, hips go square, and then we're going to reach. Good. All right, let's gently come out of that. And then we're going to make our way back down to the floor, child's pose side stretch. So when we're in this side stretch, we're looking to stretch out the lats, and you'll feel maybe from the armpit all the way down the side body, okay? Toes together, knees apart. We're gonna walk our hands forward and over to the right side. We're gonna reach a little bit more through the palms and then draw the chest down. And we're just gonna hold here. You can also kind of play around with moving the torso like back and forth to see if that gives you a deeper stretch. Right? Some of you might find that you're tight through the meat of the lat down here, or maybe like up towards the armpit, and we're just trying to access the tight spot for you. And you're reaching away with the left hand and you're sitting the hips down to create that lengthen traction. And then we'll walk hands over to the other side. Okay, so now reaching a little bit more with the right hand, sitting the hips down and back towards that right heel, and then finding that long stretch from the armpit to the hip through the side body, playing around with moving the torso angle so you can get into those deeper spots. Good. And so we're walking those hands back through center. Next up, we have a low lunge with an overhead reach. Okay, so starting with the right foot forward. Okay. We're going to let the hips first kind of come down just so we feel that stretch in the front of the left thigh, like in the left hip crease. Then from here, we're going to lift our chest. We're going to lift our left arm up and then lean over towards the right side. You're still lifting and lengthening so you get a lot of stretch up the side abs as well. Keep reaching up and over. Good. And let's go ahead and release. Let's sit the hips back. And we'll go to the other side. Okay. And again, start by allowing the hips to just reach down. We're not pushing, we're just kind of sinking into it so that we have a little softness here. So this is where we can feel the stretch. And then we're going to reach the right arm up, lift, and then over to the left side. Good. Go ahead and release that. And then we have one final one, thread the needle. So we're staying on the knees. Let's go back to the hands and knees. And we're going to start with the right side. This is a twist, so I really want you to feel that kind of through the middle back. You're going to go right arm out. You're going to thread it through. We're going to bring that right shoulder down and that right head down, right side of the head down. Then once you get there, left palm presses into the floor to help you twist and rotate the torso up towards the ceiling. Take your left hip and pull it back a little bit to square them up. You'll feel more twist. And just breathing here. All right, coming back onto the hands. We're going to reset and do the other side. The left arm goes out. We're going to thread the left arm through, drop the shoulder down, and then pressing into the palm of that right hand, you're going to rotate the torso up, and then take your right hip and pull back. And breathe into the twist here. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and unwind out of that. And then you guys are all done for the day. Thank you for taking the time to recover and pause the video if you find that you need more time in a position or even just for one side. Sometimes we get tight on one side and we want to spend a little bit more time kind of loosening it up. So thank you, and then I'll see you guys next time.